For part two of how I found sources for my presentation on Mexico City, I went to the UF Library and specifically the Architecture Fine Arts Library because that's where I know most books will be that will be helpful for information when I go to create my presentation. I typed in Spanish American Mexico City for the keyword to see what came up. Many matches came up, and then after I found many different calling numbers, I went to the library and I walked through and I found many books that I can use. The first book I found is called Found in Translation Design in California and Mexico. I also took pictures of the call number so I'll be able to go back and check them out when I go to create my presentation. Then I found a book called From Aztec to High Tech Architecture and Landscape Across Mexico and United States Border by Lawrence A. Herzog. Here's the call number. Next, I went to Smathers Library, which is next to Library West, because they also had more options that I could use for my presentation, and I wanted to get as many as possible to help me. This one is called Mexico City, the Production and Reproduction of an Urban Environment by Peter M. Ward, along with the call number so I can go back and get it. Another one was a short book which was Central Americans in Mexico City, Uprooted in Silence by Laura O. Dighardy. Another was Vagrants and Citizens, Politics and the Masses in Mexico City from Colony to the Republic, with its call number, pictured, and it was by Richard Warren. I then found this book that I thought would be very helpful. It was called Historical Center of Mexico City, Great Temple, Colonial City, and Legislative Palace. I thought it was going to be helpful because as I was going through and reading it, I found many different maps that I could possibly use in my presentation that will help explain Mexico City further and how it changed its name and where Mexico City came from. The author of this book is Luis Francisco.